and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. We're all staying safe and well. And we're going to have a look at something called Minions. Yes, you know who the Minions are and the rise of Gru. Yes, this is it. This is how it all began. Well, sort of. Use certificate, 87 minutes. Of course, computer animated comedy film produced by Illumination, distributed by Universal. Sequel to the spin-off sequel to the prequel, Minions from 2015, and the fifth entry overall into the Despicable Me franchise. Is it the best of the lot? Possibly not, not in all fairness. I think it's delayed a couple of years, so it's been a couple of years in the pipeline with COVID, etc. But what are the public thinking? The public are okay on it. The public are fine on it. Rotten Tomatoes audience, 4.6 out of 5. That's 9.2 out of 10. That's pretty healthy. Internet Movie Database, not quite as impressive, 7.2 out of 10, with 4,035 scores and reviews left. And yes, a hell of a lot of 10s. 1,815 of that 4,000. I give it 10 out of 10, really. Absolute rubbish, which probably makes that 7.2 a little higher in theory. But then you break it down a little bit into the people who give it between 6 and 9, which is okay. 1,793 people. And people who scored it between 2 and 5, just 305 people. So that's 85% positivity. So perhaps that 10 out of 10s aren't skewing it too much. It's still very, very popular. Yeah, and I fully understand why. It's directed by Kyle Boulder with Brad Abelson and Jonathan Del Val as co-directors, and it features the voices of Steve Carell reprising his role as a younger Gru, and Pierre Coffin, is that a name? Coffin or Coughlin as the Minions, with Taraji P. Henson, Michelle Yeoh, RZA, I'll say it in American, RZA, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lucy Lawless, Dolph Lundgren, Danny Trejo, Russell Brand, Julie Andrews, yeah, The Hills Are Alive, and Alan Arkin also voicing for this, which I must admit, I sort of, a couple of those people, I couldn't figure out who they were voicing, but that's just my tired ears, I think. Released in the United States, UK on July the 1st, 2022. So what's it about? Well, simply, not many words to know about this. The untold story of one 12-year-old's dream to become the world's greatest supervillain. I think we've been there before, haven't we? Rotten Tomatoes, yeah. What about the critics? Rotten Tomatoes, 71% positivity. That's okay. That's based on 118 critics' reviews. Average rating of 6.2 out of 10. If you look at that 118, that's 84 fresh, but a fair chunk of rotten, 34 rotten as well. Odie Henderson from RogerEbert.com said, Minions: The Rise of Gru moves at breakneck speed. It does. The laughs are well paced and the viewer isn't given too much time to reflect on how ridiculous Matthew Fogel's screenplay is. Well, I got time to reflect on it, yes. Definitely a lot going on, but you forgot perhaps you have to have a bit of a story in there to entertain as well, but we know who it's aimed at, don't we? Ollie Richards from Empire Magazine said, like the Minions, this instalment is barely distinguishable from any of the others, but it's easy to run over by its nutty joy and enthusiasm. Yet the Minions definitely had a lot of nutty fun on this, and I'm sure kids will as well. Pete Bradshaw, though, from The Guardian, a little bit down on it. The MacGuffin plot is perfunctory. Yeah, and frankly, this is a franchise now running on the thinnest of fumes. It is. Although the character of Gru, he says, is mildly funny, the Minions are unfunny without him and have never convincingly attained spin-off hero status. Yeah, again, a lot of what I agree with there. This is another of those intellectual property concepts whose trademark quirky voices and characters should be laid to rest. Yes, not very good, is it? It does rely on a lot of energy. And you're being in love with the Minions. If you're not overly in love with the Minions as that poor guy isn't, then it probably has its limitations. It doesn't offer any real challenge to minds, whether young or old, as far as storyline and thinking and having fun's concerned. It just is what it is. The consensus of Rotten Tomatoes, again, not overly enthusiastic despite the positive ratings. The Minions' antique shenanigans are beginning to grate, despite the sequel's injection of retro chic. Although this loony marathon of gags will still delight young children. Of course it will. Well, it's not there for us. It's not there for the adults. It's there for the kids. Metacritic, the other site we look at, only 56 out of 100. Yeah, it didn't even get to a watchable score. So that's based on 37 critics. So they're not being very kind to it. Yeah, the scores weren't that bad. It got the lowest was 40, and then it was all 60s plus, but all around about 60. That's why it's ended up with a 56 out of 100. And it did score 88 from Movie Nation's Roger Moore. He liked it. He gave it 88. He said, it all swirls together in a riot of colour, action, deadpan gags, and musical and martial arts mayhem. A kids' movie that rushes by you so fast you won't want to take a concession stand break. Well, I probably will. What do you want from the concession stand, kids? I'll see you in 10 minutes. Slash Films' Raphael Montemayor, he gave it 60. He said, Minions: The Rise of Gru will not usher in a new era of animation. It won't. Nor change the way we treat prequels. It doesn't. What it will do is entertain kids with more Minion shenanigans. That's a popular word today, isn't it? A fair number of fart jokes, absolutely, and references to other characters in the franchise. It is what it is. On to me. I'm an adult. I don't mind the Minions in small doses, but yeah, I've had a bit of them now. I'm not as enthusiastic as I was in the early features with the Minions, that's for sure. And of course, Minion fans won't be disappointed in this. I think they'll love it. I think the kids will love it. I think they'll love that, as the guy said there, the fart level jokes. It's probably one of the things that made me smile in it. That just shows my sense of humour. But yeah, over and above that, not really. Little Gru is interesting. I did like Little Gru. He's okay, but overall, it's by a numbers guaranteed likable Minion episode. So if you love the Minions and you still love the Minions, then I don't think you'll be that disappointed. It won't have such an appeal, I don't think, to adults. I think the kids will love it. I think the kids, adults taking the kids, the grandkids, might enjoy the brightness, the brashness, and it only lasts for just over 90 or just less than 90 minutes. So that's not too bad. I mean, these things can go on for nearly 2 hours. So that's okay. That's a plus point. At least you don't have to suffer. As I say, spend 10 minutes at the concessionary stand, another 10 minutes going to the toilet, and you've only got 80 minutes to watch or something like that. So hey, what the hell? For me, I'm going to score it. I'm going to give it a watchable score. I'm not in the target audience, am I? But if you love the Minions and the kids love the Minions, they'll love this. So I'm just going to give it my watchable score, which is not that bad to what other critics are saying, in all fairness, and Joe Public even. So I do, will I wait with bated breath for the 6th Minion Gru installment? Probably not. No, I won't. Just a little bit of a story would have been nice. Just something, one of those kids things, family things, where some of the jokes go over the kids' heads, and the adults can have a little smile to themselves, and the kids miss it totally. But there was another recent kids film that I did was a similar thing, where it just lacked something for the grown-ups. And that's what it was. Something for the grown-ups, something for the dads, something for the mums, something for the granddads, something for the grandmothers. That's all it's missing, really, which is a shame. Minion fans, you'll be in your element. Let me know what you think, guys. Until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.